Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I was asked to do a review of Toya and Reginae's show. I was asked by Melanie and someone else. Now I've looked at both episodes, so it's going to be 1 and 2. Let's get into it. So the main reason I probably wasn't going to watch this is because Toya is always trying to mend her family together, and this is the beginning of the show. Like, she's still trying to get things together with her mom. She's trying to get things together with Casey. Beatty are still going at it, and now they have a new beef because Beatty wasn't in the wedding photo that Toya took with all the girls, and she feels a certain way, but the girl Mel she messing with is the one that took her away from the photo. That is not Toya's fault. Now Reginae and Toya do not like Mel, and Mel is Beatty's girlfriend, and they both have boyfriends, and they both are aware of that. So they got a little situation going on. And so then Beatty goes to talk to Danielle, and she tells Danielle, like, she didn't put me in the photo. Danielle was like, well, where were you? She said, I was with Beatty. She was like, duh, that's why you weren't in the photo. You really can't blame your sister for something like that. And Beatty was like, this is all new to her. And I think Mel has turned Beatty out. So Reginae and Armand have been together for 11 months since this taping, right? And they have been together. I don't know if he's used to being with someone like that, but he does love Reginae. And then we go to Toya talking to her mother, Nita, about going to the doctor. It is so hard to get through to Nita. Like, Toya has been trying to get through to her mama since the first TV show we've seen her on, and she still hasn't got through to Nita. Nita is her own person, child. She gonna do what she wanna do. So Toya and Red are sitting at the table talking, and he tells her that she's not the easiest person to talk to. And he is so calm with Toya. You know what I'm saying? He talks to her in a way that she's not going to get hyped, and there's a complete understanding throughout the conversation. But he does tell her that she does need to talk to her sister, and they need to work it out. And I think they will eventually. So Reginae and Armand have unfollowed each other, and Reginae is very hurt, right? She's very hurt, and it's all over her face because now they're at the dinner with everybody, and they're sitting around the table. She hasn't talked to Toya about it, and Toya can look at her baby and tell that there's something wrong with her, but she's just gonna wait until she comes to her. Child, when Beatty gets to the table and they are all talking, and they talking about Mel and their relationship, and Beatty breaks down the relationship like it's her and Mel has her man and Beatty has her man, and it all works out. Like, everybody at the table in a chokehold, because that's why Beatty says she can't really get back to everybody, because she got a man and a woman. So Toya feels like Mel is manipulating Beatty, right? And then Reginae just comes out and said, I don't like her, right? So then the problem is this: Beatty wants her family to accept Mel, and then Beatty wants Mel to like her family and be around them. It's a mess. It's a whole mess, and this is putting Beatty in a very uncomfortable situation. So y'all, then Casey gets involved, right? So I'm for real. I'm with Reginae on this. Casey's very entitled, or he really wants to be entitled, and we're gonna get into that. I'm going on to episode 2. Be right back. So now this is the birthday situation. I think they called it the birthday brawl. This is episode 2. So like I was saying, Reginae was telling him, right, she was like, men like you don't ever get enough of anything. She said, I support you, but you don't feel like it's enough. Now, real talk is this: Casey really wants Reginae's dad, Lil Wayne, to put him on, but that's Reginae's dad, and he feels like whatever Reginae gets, she gets because of his dad, and he has to get it from the mud. Sir, you can't help everybody. Y'all, Toya something else. As they were talking, and they were talking about, you know, we go too far, this goes this way and this goes that way. Toya said, if you go too far, you're going to get blocked for a month. Like, blocked for a month, like on the phone, at the house. Like, girl, a whole month? Y'all, Reginae is devastated over this unfollowing with her and Armand, right? So she goes to her friend's house, and she was like, this is what really happened. She said while she was on set, she had hurt her hand. And I guess she went on Twitter or TikTok and she said it. And then there were people on there that just made up in their heads that Armand had did this to her. And he didn't like that. And that was devastating for her. It was like she couldn't even change their minds because, you know, once y'all mind made up, it's made up. Young Love is so sweet, right? Like, when you get hurt, you really hurt. But when you love, you really love. And I love that. So Toya and Reginae are in the jewelry store. They're doing a little retail shopping, and she does explain it to her mom. She said she didn't want to talk about it because it does make her sad, but Toya understood, and they just had a really good moment, and she is there for her daughter, and that's the big thing. I love that. And like I said, young love is so sweet, and it can hurt so bad. So Mel is really switching up on Beatty, right? She is in a relationship with a man who doesn't like the fact that Mel is in a relationship with Beatty. But Beatty's boyfriend is cool because he's a new guy in the relationship, so he's rolling with everything. And I think that by Mel's boyfriend taking her away from Beatty, that takes Beatty away from her family because she's trying to get to Mel. And that is what the problem is, child. This is rough. So Red is definitely a perfect person to talk to Armand, and Armand explains to him that, like, Reginae is a little too clingy, right? And he's just really not used to that, and she's putting a lot of pressure on him. And Red is like, well, this is how she shows love. Like, she cares about you. She's calling you. She wants to know how you are because she's used to being with you. And he said, I definitely love her. So he's going to figure it out so they can keep going in their relationship, because they do seem to be real sweet together. Now, I don't know, I don't follow it like that. Are they together right now? So Beatty is talking to Toya and has told Toya that she and Mel are done, right? Because Mel's boyfriend is not feeling the situation, but Beatty says that they are tied together, like, and they're gonna be together. And then she asks Toya if she can invite her to the birthday party. Toya really says no, but Toya is such a softie. She was like, I wish that you wouldn't, but instead of just saying no, don't bring her, because that's what she really wanted to say. Let's see if she comes. Yeah, I love that Casey has his own meaning for out of the closet. When he was sitting at the table, he said, yeah, this is out of the closet. And everybody was like, what? And Reginae said, he don't understand phrases. Like, what do you mean? He said, I ain't bought these clothes at no mall or online. These just out of the closet. They had to explain it to him, sir. You may not want to use that phrase. That tickled me. So apparently, there was a little tussle in the group chat with Toya and Casey. Now, for Nita and for her birthday party, Toya's going to let it go. She came in, she hugged Casey. But before she got there, Casey was like, where everybody at, man? And he was like, they probably don't want to come because I'm here. Casey has spent some time on the inside, and I feel like he needs some real therapy because his sister and his family really loves him and they really want him to win, but he just really can't let it go that somebody is after him all the time. Like, he feels like nobody wants to help him, and all Toya wants to do is help everybody. So Beatty comes in with Mel. They sit down, have a little small talk. They kind of get into it. Reginae quickly lets Mel know that she doesn't like her. Mel kind of has an attitude. She says something to Reginae, which gives Toya an attitude, and she tells her she doesn't like that. Reginae tells Mel to leave, right? So the big thing is, before they got into it, Mel said she's moving to Miami with her boyfriend. But Beatty's still sitting there talking about they're going to be connected. Like, Beatty is turned out. Then after they had all the little ruckus, Reginae jumped up. She told her to leave. She jumped up. She came back. They had to push them apart. Like, Beatty, you never should have brought Mel to this. You already knew. But due to the fact that you're a little whipped up, I get why you brought her to the thing. Yeah, I really liked it, right? I don't know if I'm going to look at another one. Like, I'm going to have to see something else. I might watch it and review it. But I know it comes on Thursdays. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.